Lincolnshire, England, 1067. Norman soldiers celebrate in an Anglo-Saxon nobleman's hall, blind drunk. Earlier in the day, they beheaded one of the nobleman's sons. Now, another son returns. The Fenland of eastern England, 1070. By 1070 and 1071, this difficult country of marsh, river and island would become one of the last strongholds of English resistance. Norman patrols entered a landscape they barely understood, while local rebels knew every causeway, channel and hiding place. And somewhere in that world of mist and water, an Anglo-Saxon rebel's name began to pass into legend. This is the story of two men at a crossroads in their lives, crossing the sea, one to exile, the other to conquest. One would lose everything he knew, the other would win a kingdom, and their collision would help shape the future of England. In the year 1066, England stood on the brink of catastrophe. Across the Channel, Duke William of Normandy was preparing the greatest invasion force Europe had seen in generations. In September 1066, William's fleet crossed the Channel and landed at Pevensey. Legend tells us that as he stepped ashore, William stumbled and fell. For a moment, it must have seemed an ill omen, but William rose with a handful of English soil in his grasp. Later chroniclers claim that William rose from the sand and declared, "See, I have taken England with both my hands." Whether he ever said it is impossible to know, but the story perfectly captured the image William wished to project. He had not crossed the sea to raid, he had come to rule. Soon after landing, the Normans built castles at both Pevensey and Hastings. The Norman forces also began ravaging the surrounding countryside, burning houses as they went. This is a scene that's depicted in the Bayeux Tapestry. It was a move that was intended to draw King Harold to battle, a demonstration of Norman power, and a glimpse of what resistance would bring. It worked. King Harold hurried south to meet the invaders. On the 14th of October, the two armies collided near Hastings. The battle lasted all day. The English shield wall held firm, but as the hours passed, the Norman attacks began to tell. By evening, Harold was dead, his army shattered. William had won the battle that would make him king. But conquering England would prove far harder than defeating one army. On Christmas Day 1066, William was crowned King of England. The ceremony should have marked the triumphant conclusion of his campaign. Instead, it revealed the fear and uncertainty that still gripped the country. As the coronation was taking place, Norman soldiers stationed outside the abbey heard the cheering from within. They mistook it for the beginning of an uprising. Panic spread, and buildings around the church were set ablaze. While England's new king received his crown, smoke rose over London. It was an omen of troubled years to come. Victory at Hastings had given William a kingdom. Keeping it would require something more. Across England, castles began to rise. At first, many were little more than timber fortresses atop earth mounds, but they appeared with astonishing speed. They were a Norman superweapon, each one a symbol of Norman authority, each one a reminder that England now had new masters. But resistance continued. Rebellions erupted across the country. The greatest challenge came in the north. William's response was ruthless. Villages were burned, crops destroyed, food stores seized. Entire regions were left devastated. To modern eyes, such destruction can seem senseless, cruel even. But in the medieval world, a lord's first duty was protection. William's message was aimed not only at rebels, but at the people who supported them. Effectively, he was saying, look what your leaders have brought upon you. They cannot keep you safe. Submit and the suffering ends. It was a brutal lesson, and one England would not soon forget. Yet despite everything, resistance endured. Scattered uprisings flared across the kingdom. Among those watching events unfold was an exile far from home, a man whose own story was only just beginning. Soon he would return to England. Soon he would challenge Norman power in a way few others dared. And in the wild marshlands of the fens, his name would become legend. Hereward. This is his story. Join me next time for episode 1, The Making of Hereward.